Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The whispers around the league have been growing louder, and some insiders are starting to piece together a story that could shake the foundations of the NBA. Stephen Curry, the player whose name has become synonymous with three-point magic and basketball artistry, might be on the verge of making a decision that no one expected. Warriors fans who have grown up celebrating every shot, every dribble, and every unforgettable playoff moment are holding their breaths. The idea that Wardell Stephen Curry II could leave the Golden State Warriors is no longer just speculation tossed around on social media. It's becoming a serious talking point in locker rooms, front offices, and sports media circles. The chatter isn't about injury, decline, or a sudden loss of form. It's about the future, the legacy, and a move that could redefine his career. People are asking themselves, could the man widely regarded as the greatest shooter in basketball history really envision a chapter beyond the team that made him a legend? Every insider report seems to suggest that Curry himself has started quietly exploring what comes after Golden State, and the implications are monumental. Rumors have it that conversations behind closed doors have intensified, with agents, executives, and even former teammates sharing anecdotes that hint at a brewing departure. Curry, known for his quiet intensity and meticulous approach to the game, isn't someone who makes impulsive decisions. Every career move he has taken has been calculated, whether it's about training, contract negotiations, or his influence on team culture. Now, sources suggest that the conversation about leaving the Warriors in 2026 is serious enough that multiple teams are already imagining how they could incorporate him into their roster. The mere possibility of Curry in another uniform has sent shockwaves through the league, with fans speculating on how his signature shot, unmatched court vision, and leadership would translate elsewhere. Analysts are already debating what such a move would mean for Golden State's identity, for the balance of power in the league, and for Curry's personal legacy. It's a chess game, and every piece is being evaluated carefully, as whispers turn into a narrative that could define an era. People close to the team describe Curry's potential decision as contemplative, almost philosophical. This is not just about money, championships, or even records. It's about shaping a story that resonates beyond the hardwood. Warriors executives reportedly have mixed emotions, balancing respect for Curry's autonomy with the desire to retain the player who has become the heart and soul of the franchise. Conversations about loyalty, opportunity, and the evolution of a player's career are happening in quiet offices and private meetings, far from the prying eyes of fans and media. Yet, the air is thick with speculation, because when someone of Curry's stature makes even a subtle move, the ripple effects are enormous. Every tweet, every comment from former players, every analysis segment on television becomes a piece of the puzzle. The buzz isn't just local, it's global. Basketball communities from California to New York to countries halfway around the world are discussing the possibility with a mix of disbelief and excitement, imagining scenarios that once seemed unthinkable. Meanwhile, social media has become a storm of theories, memes, and fan reactions, all orbiting the central question: will Curry leave the Warriors? And if so, where could he go? Some speculate about teams with championship potential, while others imagine a blockbuster trade that could redefine not just one franchise, but the league itself. Every rumor sparks another, and each layer adds complexity to an already tangled web. The discussions often reference Curry's unmatched ability to change games with his shooting, his leadership on and off the court, and his influence on the next generation of players who idolize him. This isn't just speculation. It's a debate about basketball evolution, team dynamics, and the shifting sands of a league where superstars wield immense power. Fans of other teams are quietly watching, perhaps hoping for an opportunity to witness Curry's genius in a new context, while Golden State supporters brace themselves for a future that may feel unfamiliar, even unsettling. Insiders emphasize that Curry's potential departure isn't rooted in dissatisfaction, but in timing. Every great player has a narrative, and some whisper that Curry wants to explore chapters beyond the confines of the Warriors organization while still performing at an elite level. These murmurs have fueled countless think pieces, podcasts, and animated discussions on YouTube, each dissecting possible destinations, contractual nuances, and the ripple effect across team rosters. The speculation is nuanced, considering Curry's age, performance trajectory, and historical loyalty. Analysts argue that if he leaves, it will likely be for a combination of personal growth, challenge, and the chance to redefine a career already saturated with accolades. This is what makes the rumors so captivating. It's not about a decline or controversy, but about the natural curiosity of a player seeking new horizons while remaining in full command of his legendary skills. The intrigue lies in the uncertainty, and uncertainty breeds discussion, passion, and endless debate. Even as the basketball world buzzes with conjecture, the man himself remains largely silent, letting hints and offhand comments fuel the narrative. This silence only intensifies the speculation, creating a perfect storm of rumor and anticipation. Coaches, players, and executives are reportedly weighing strategies for both scenarios. One where Curry stays and continues to anchor the Warriors, and another where he leaves, forcing an organizational pivot that could define the next decade of team planning. The notion that the greatest shooter in history could relocate sends both chills and excitement through the NBA ecosystem. Whether fans see it as betrayal, opportunity, or evolution, one thing is certain. The conversations, debates, and imagined outcomes will dominate sports discourse for months, keeping everyone glued to every insider leak, every subtle comment, and every ripple of this developing story. If this rumor becomes reality, the impact on Golden State's roster construction would be seismic. The Warriors have built around Curry's brilliance, crafting offensive systems and defensive schemes that complement his unique style. Executives, coaches, and players would need to rethink everything, from playmaking strategies to salary cap allocation, from leadership hierarchies to mentoring roles for younger players. It's a domino effect, and insiders suggest that front office discussions are already exploring contingency plans, draft strategies, and potential acquisitions to mitigate the loss. Meanwhile, rival teams are reportedly assessing how they could capitalize, imagining rotations and lineups that could integrate Curry seamlessly. The thought of one of the most influential players in basketball history moving to another franchise has sparked strategic planning sessions, trade speculations, and even psychological analysis as teams consider how Curry's presence could reshape both locker room dynamics and championship odds. The ripple effect extends far beyond one court or city. It's a league-wide tremor, the kind of shift that changes the narrative of basketball for years. Reports suggest that Curry's decision-making process is deliberate, almost ritualistic, shaped by years of elite competition and careful reflection. Sources claim he is weighing personal goals, family considerations, and long-term legacy as much as professional opportunities. Friends and confidants describe him as contemplative, someone who ponders the broader impact of his actions on the sport, the organization, and future generations of athletes. This introspection adds layers to the rumor, transforming it from a mere trade possibility into a fascinating human story of ambition, loyalty, and evolution. The NBA community is captivated because this isn't just about basketball. It's about the mindset of a player who has already changed the game. Every offhand statement from Curry, every cryptic interview, and every subtle social media post is dissected, interpreted, and discussed endlessly, creating a cultural phenomenon that transcends sport and enters the realm of global conversation. The market implications of Curry leaving the Warriors are enormous. Sponsorships, merchandising, and ticket sales would all experience shifts, while teams across the league would be forced to reevaluate both financial and competitive strategies. Analysts predict that Curry's potential relocation could inspire a cascade of smaller moves, with other star players reconsidering their positions, contracts, and career paths. The rumor, if realized, would not just rewrite one player's story. It would reshape the economics and psychology of the entire league. Fans, media, and executives are drawn into a narrative that feels equal parts suspense, thriller, and sports drama, with Curry at the center. Conversations are everywhere, from high-level meetings to casual debates online, fueling speculation that blends strategy, loyalty, and the human element, keeping everyone guessing about what might actually happen in 2026. Even former players and basketball legends have weighed in quietly, fueling further curiosity. Many respect Curry's career and influence, acknowledging his unparalleled skill while hinting at the transformative potential of a move. These remarks, carefully measured, add credibility to the rumor without confirming it outright. The effect is a perfect storm. Fans feel tension and excitement simultaneously, while insiders watch every signal, every hint, and every pattern to discern what Curry might decide. The story evolves daily, with new interpretations, imagined scenarios, and emotional responses layering on top of one another. Every analysis segment, podcast episode, and fan thread contributes to the growing perception that something significant could be imminent. Curry, intentionally or not, has created a narrative that no one can ignore, dominating sports discourse long before any official decision is announced. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. At the heart of the speculation lies a fascinating tension between legacy and opportunity. Curry's name is etched in history as a transformative figure, a player who redefined the way basketball is played and appreciated globally. Leaving the Warriors would not erase that legacy, but it would introduce a new chapter, one filled with uncertainty, potential triumphs, and fresh challenges. This tension fuels endless debate. Should a legend remain loyal to one organization, or is exploring new terrain part of the journey that defines greatness? Fans, analysts, and former players are all drawn into this ethical and strategic puzzle, weighing admiration against curiosity and certainty against imagination. The rumor thrives because it speaks to the human fascination with possibility, change, and the evolution of iconic figures. Some speculate that Curry's decision could inspire a wave of creativity and reinvention throughout the league. Coaches might adapt strategies to emulate his style, younger players could rethink their development, and entire franchises may shift philosophies in response. The rumor alone has already prompted tactical analysis videos, mock trades, and projected highlights imagining Curry in a new context. It is rare for a single player to influence so many aspects of sport without even stepping on a new court, yet Curry's reputation and skill make it conceivable. The intrigue lies not only in where he might go, but in how his presence could catalyze transformation in a team's identity, a city's energy, and the league's competitive landscape. Every rumor, every analysis, and every hypothetical scenario contributes to a narrative that is as compelling as it is unpredictable. Ultimately, the rumor of Curry leaving Golden State in 2026 is more than a story. It's a phenomenon. It encapsulates the fascination with greatness, the allure of change, and the emotional intensity of sports fandom. Even if the move never happens, the speculation has already reshaped conversations about loyalty, legacy, and ambition in professional basketball. Fans debate it passionately, analysts dissect it meticulously, and players watch closely, understanding the precedent it could set. Curry, whether intentionally or inadvertently, has sparked a narrative that merges suspense, admiration, and uncertainty into a spectacle that transcends basketball itself. The chatter continues, growing louder with each passing day, and the world waits to see whether the whispers will evolve into reality, forever altering the landscape of the NBA and the story of one of its greatest icons. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.